stage. Mr. Nimisha, the team behind PIKU to please come on stage. We have the beautiful PIKU, the gorgeous Deepika Padukon, along with super talented Irrfan Khan, accompanied by Mr. Vivek Krishnani, Head of Marketing and Revenue, MSM Motion Pictures. Can we have a big round of applause, please?
I want to thank Milaj for associating with us. PIKU's look in the film is sort of functional yet stylish. You know, she's a working girl, so it obviously has to be comfortable. And I think it's all the qualities that Milaj as a brand stands for is what PIKU also is. I mean, that's the way she also dresses. It's functional, it's fashionable, you know, you're comfortable at the same time. And most importantly, I think it represents every Indian woman, someone who's modern and confident, but very, very traditional at the same time. So thank you so much for this association, and thank you for your wishes. And we also hope that PIKU does really well.
Whatever she said about PIKU's character is not the full story. There's so much left. Yeah, for that you have to see the film. And brand ke bare mein kya bolu? Sab bol diya. Thank you.
No, thank you very much. We'd like to thank Melange Lifestyle for associating with a lovely film PIKU. It's exactly what the film stands for, beauty and simplicity. And that's what I'm assuming Melange stands for as well. It's a lovely, heartwarming family comedy drama that's releasing on 8th of May. And, you know, like we have, you know, people in our families. There's a PIKU in your family, there's a Baba in your family, there's a Rana in your family. And that's what you'll see on screen on 8th of May. So we'd love for you guys to go and see it. Thank you.
5 gorgeous contestants who are definitely waiting. And we are going to be unveiling, in fact, deciding very soon, as I would request Deepika to kindly open the envelope and announce our PIKU Melange Queen.
Huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing, right? According to me, you might have a different opinion, but according to me, it would be a sunblock. It would be very, very loose, summery clothes. I usually wear a lot of cottons, stuff that doesn't really stick to the body. You let the skin breathe. And a nice pair of sunglasses. Thank you.
Can look center, please.
Well, I think it's largely an association with PIKU, because there is a marriage there in terms of what PIKU is. Wow, they're having a lot of fun behind. I think it's what PIKU stands for as a woman, as a person, as an individual. I think she represents every modern woman today, someone who works, but at the same time, tries to multitask, I think, like all women do. And someone who's modern but still very, very traditional in that sense. And I think that's why this association, was a very, very natural and organic association.
And one more question that I want to ask you, that how will be the on-screen chemistry between you and Irrfan in the movie?
What do I think?
Yeah.
I think we have great chemistry, yeah. What am I going to say? You have to tell me what you think. I think based on the trailers and based on the 2 or 3 songs that have released with visuals, I think a lot of people, I don't think people knew what to expect initially, because it is, of course, primarily PIKU's journey, and the film talks about a father and daughter's relationship. But one of the things, and pleasantly surprised all of us, is the reaction that PIKU and Rana got from the trailers, if I may say. And I think that's a very exciting thing for us, for people who are part of a film, when the audience starts seeing other things other than what we thought of and what we believed in, and then the audience sort of starts to see much more than what we had expected. It's always a great thing.
Deepika, what do you think? Mike, right there.
Sorry to cut you, but this would be the last question. They are there, so we would. I mean, this would be the last question.
Yeah, what do you prefer?
Personally, it's always a sari. If I had the option between wearing a gown or wearing, something Indian, I'd always prefer wearing a sari.
दीपिका, इधर आपकी बाईं ओर, प्रशांत ईटीवी से, क्या ये फिल्म एक फर्क पैदा करती है जिस तरह से, क्योंकि आप दोनों के किरदार हम ट्रेलर्स में देख रहे हैं, बहुत ही आम जिंदगी से जुड़े हुए और जज्बात जो हैं बहुत बड़े ही नेचुरल नजर आ रहे हैं, तो वो सफर कैसा रहा?
They want your answer. Anyway, I just want to continue what he asked about chemistry, and also it will include your question as well. See, sometimes what happens, you don't know how the chemistry is going to be, and while doing it, there are feelings, there are kind of, something happens, and you still don't know how it's going to look in the film overall. But they want your answer. Anyway, I just want to continue what he asked about chemistry, and also it will include your question as well. See, sometimes what happens, you don't know how the chemistry is going to be, and while doing it, there are feelings, there are kind of, something happens, and you still don't know how it's going to look in the film overall. But as you see the song, as you see, see the moments happening, then you know that how this the chemistry is happening. There's something happening. Journey was for me, it was. I was concerned whether we'll have a kind of something common between us where we can have a bonding. And I remember doing the first shot, and I saw her reaction, and I was I said there's something going to happen, and I had a great time working with her, fantastic. And also because she is very excited about exploring her other side, which is which has more of a character rather than just, you know, a glamour. And she is very driven towards it, and it was great, you know, working with her. And just getting her reaction. Sometimes, you know, my face was not towards her. I was saying some line, but I could feel her reaction there, and that was, you know, great feedback as an actor.
Hi, Deepika. Deepika, one second. I'll just finish this one. I think. Okay, so I'm going to sum it up in this way and say that when people saw the trailer, the feedback that we got is that there's a lot of warmth, there's a lot of, it's very, very relatable. Either people related to his character or my character or to Baba's character, so the characters are very, very relatable. And the one unanimous feedback that we got is that it's a very, very warm, comforting sort of film. And I think that energy comes on screen because we've had that experience. Shoojit is someone, you know, I think he's a wonderful person from within. You know, as a person, I think he's extremely warm and very, very sensitive to people and situations. And I think we've all had such a good time making this movie, and it was so seamless, so effortless, and a very, very pleasant experience. And I think that's what we have felt as characters and as actors on set is what has translated on screen.
Deepika, here on your right. Hi. Here, on your right. It's been all over the papers today. I hope even you would have read that you called Kangna last night to wish her good luck for her queen. But what did it take you so long to wish her good luck and clear all the misunderstandings between you?
We would request your questions to be confined just to
I would please request if Deepika would answer this. It's fine, even if she doesn't want to comment, it's her choice, please.
Okay, so I think one, it really surprises me that it's a very personal conversation between two people, so how it goes out sometimes, I find that really amusing and fascinating. Having said that, yes, it was a very, very personal conversation, so I wouldn't want to discuss the details of the conversation.
But Deepika, Kangna was the one who did not support your My Choice video also. So should we think that all the misunderstandings between you and Kangna is clear and you are friends?
I think it's important. I think it's important for her and me to know where we stand in our relationship and in our equation, and I leave it at that.
Here, Deepika and Irrfan, आप दोनों लोगों से सवाल होगा. नेपाल में जो ट्रेजेडी हुई है, उस पर सेलिब्रिटीज जो है वो आगे बढ़ रहे हैं. क्या अपनी तरफ से आप लोग कोई मदद करना चाहते हैं?
We already have.
हाँ, जिसका जो बस में है वो करना चाहिए. सेलिब्रिटीज जितना कर सके और यूनाइट होकर कर सके, सब कर सके. एटलीस्ट हमारे लिए इतने बड़े भूकंप की ज़रूरत नहीं है. न्यूज़ जो है कितना बड़ा नुकसान हुआ उससे पता चलता है कि ये बड़ी न्यूज़ है. एक्चुअली जिस तरह से अगर कोई भी एक जान भी अगर जाती है किसी भी वजह से, तो वो उसका भी मतलब वक़्त उतनी होनी चाहिए जितनी बड़ी ट्रेजेडीज की होती है.
Deepika, here. Recently in an interview, Ranveer said that you have been his Florence Nightingale and he's very lucky to have you in his life. So what do you have to say? Any clarity you want to give?
Florence Nightingale?
Yes. During the time he was injured, you've been acting as a Florence Nightingale.
Yeah. I think that's what friends do. You know, when you're down and out, when you need strength, when you need support, when you need to be encouraged, you know, when things go well, then everyone's there for you. But I think it's really your family and your friends that are really there for you when you need them the most. And I think that's all I was doing.
Thank you. This was the last question. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, both of you. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, we can have a photo op, and for any further questions, they are there with us.
हाँ? अब क्या है?
ठीक टाइट मिलेगा क्या? ठीक टाइट